Cool. Oh my god, this Jayce is the second coming of Jesus.
McNuggles, thanks for the follow. A part of me wants to like do like 4 fun runes on this account. Like I'm talking like Grasp or Airy or PTA, just to fuck around, just to have fun. This is a silver gold account, so like, I can play with my feet and still beat these players probably. How you doing, man? I'm chilling. Like I said, I've just been kind of demoralized from playing League lately, just because like I have a Masters 280 LP account, a Masters 90 LP account, and a Masters 100 LP account, and every time I try to make progress on them and climb, it's always hard carry a game, get win traded, hard carry a game, get win traded, hard carry a game, get win traded, hard carry a game, get win traded. Like there's no, I've yet to have like an actual quality day / like consistency of climbing those accounts, and it's just miserable. Also, I'm not playing against Nasus or Pantheon. Sorry, nope. I can literally get shit on by a silver Pantheon player because of the way he presses his WQ auto button. I'm not doing it. But yeah, so now, but I don't know. Like I said, the game's been just so demoralizing for me to play because of the lack of control that I have on my Masters accounts. There's just zero control. I either win the game because my teammates are human beings, or someone gives up and I just lose a 4v5. Like it's the most absurd thing I've had recently, and it's really killed my motivation / like will, what do you want to call it, to play League, because I'm trying to climb those accounts because those accounts are what I care about. But even trying to play on a fucking silver account right now, I get auto-filled top lane, and I go against a Pantheon of all champions. Like, oh god, I just ugh. All right. What other account can I swap to? Yeah, don't come back to it. You're not missing anything. I promise you, you're not. The game is an absolute waste of your fucking time if you don't make money, a reasonable amount of money from it, or have enough of a, like, potential to, like, go pro or play on a team or be a content creator, etc., right? Like the game is a fucking joke, and you are wasting your life playing it for free. And I get the login bug. Force. Yeah, and I can totally agree with that for sure. I'm just trying to figure out what account I want to play on. I don't know. I don't feel like playing the Masters accounts right now. And any account that is not... Oh, man, I don't even... I guess I hit the go live button just because I was bored. Not because, like, I wanted to play League. I really felt like I just should be playing. I don't know. Like, I'm just not happy playing this game lately, and it showed. And I hadn't even started playing today. Like, yesterday, I had the same problem where I was doing nothing. I said, you know what, let's stream some League, hopefully make some, you know, entertainment for you guys. And in the very first game, I had a rage quitter. And my mood was just dead from that point forward for the rest of the day. I don't know. I'll let you decide, McNuggles. Do I play on a gold smurf and just try to have fun, you know, doing like meme builds? Or do I play on like a Diamond 2 smurf, Diamond 1 smurf? What I want to do is I want to duo queue with subs / supporters. That way I can at least justify me playing in low elo, right? Because then if someone subs to my channel, right, and I play a duo queue game with them and I win in the game, cool, awesome, right? But me playing on any account besides like the 5 main accounts that I like prioritize feels pointless. Like, it really feels pointless to be on them. So the you know, ideal goal is to play on a Smurf account with viewers / you know, subscribers, supporters, donators, whatever you want to call them, and try to do some duo queue with them, right? Because then at least I have a reason to be playing in the low elo game. Because what ends up happening, like 7 times out of 10 when I'm on a low elo account, is I'm playing on a low elo account that has no meaning behind the progression of the account. So like I could win 10 games and not feel a fucking thing inside because I'm never gonna care about this account, right? And then on the flip side, it's like if I'm at least playing with a viewer that is getting, you know, meaningful progression out of it, then at least I feel like there's something being, you know, fulfilled, or like there's some sort of fulfillment happening that, you know, pleases me. Like, I really hate... Like, I could play on a gold account every day, right? Dropping tactical nuke after tactical nuke after 20+ kill banger after banger, right? Doing, like, the most obscene builds with Jayce, right? And winning the games. But ultimately, it just... My value of time, to me, feels meaningless doing that because I'm not getting anything out of it. And the only thing that, like, justifies me playing on the Masters account is the attempt to make progression on them, even though I don't have control over it, right? Because at least that way, if I at least make progression, then I'm like, cool, awesome, you know, I'm up for the LP or whatever for the day, right? And then, but then if I lose on those accounts out of my control, I'm equally just as upset, right? Because then though I'm losing on an account that I care about, and then it means even more to me about losing, right? And then on the flip side, it's like, do I play on a Smurf account that I don't give a flying fuck about whether I win or lose on? And, you know, the only thing that's like really being invested is my time, to a degree. Like, I can't tell you how many days where I denied working as a contractor to stream, because I'm like, oh, it's my day off, I'm gonna stream League instead, right? When I could have made like $200+ that day. Hell, maybe even 400 if it was like an intensive like day of labor, like whether it's like, you know, doing roofing repair or reinstalling a subfloor or adding extensions or doing basic electrical or things like that, right? So like I can make anywhere from $200 to $400 a day consistently if I were to like have the work lined up, and a lot of times, like I said, I can find the work. It's just a matter of like how badly do I want to do it. And then I'm like, no, I just worked 4 days in a row. I'm going to take today off and stream some League and relax. And then I stream League for 8 hours that day, and I lose more than I win on my Masters accounts, and then I, you know, don't make any progression on those accounts, and then I look back at the 8 hours I played and went, oh wow, I made 2 subs during those whole 8 hours I played and not a single donation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do you see my dilemma? It's like I feel like a failure if I play on any account that isn't the accounts I care about progression wise. If I look back at the end of the day and go, wow, I just played League for 6 hours straight and I didn't make a fucking dollar, when I could have, went and busted my ass doing my, general contracting / handyman job and make at least $200 for that day. So it's just, And then on top of that, my viewership that I do have remaining is slowly dwindling out and dying because of how unhappy I've been these past few months with, caring about the game. So, yeah, and, I've been streaming for 8 years now, or something like that. Shit, I've been streaming since 2016. Yeah, 8 years, 8.5 years. And the other thing that kind of, like, hit home for me, or it kind of, like, hit a nerve, was I haven't had a donation besides the $100 that Lukaku dropped and another person that did $50, right? I didn't have a donation for 8.5 months of 2024. So to put it in perspective, like, I've made basically nothing from donations except for the 2 that were done by I think it was Dark Agony and or Dear Agony and Lukaku. Right, that's it. So I'm not getting income from revenue or from donations. I'm not trying to, like, push them. I'm not like, hey guys, you should donate, or like, hey, blah blah blah. Like, I haven't made any income from donations outside of the 2 people that were super generous. I barely have like 25 to 40 subs at any given moment, and half of them are either reoccurring that haven't been canceled or inactive, or they're not aware of it, and then the other half are like pity subs from people that are giving Twitch Primes or dropping tier 1s that have been subbed for over a year or longer because they want to support me, and I appreciate that and I'm grateful for the few that I have. But it's like the older I get, the longer I play, and the less I receive from the amount of time I invest. It makes that weight of, like, 5 years ago, my streaming value priority was, or I guess technically the weight is based on how heavy the scale is, right? So like 5-6 years ago, or like 4 to 5 years ago, I didn't give a fuck about what I made from streaming, because I maybe one day I'd be my lucky break, right? And now I'm at a position in my life with my career, or my, I guess, job, that I could value that more and make an insane amount of money. But I'm still like having that like hope that, you know, at least this could be like a somewhat sustainable, you know, hobby for you guys to enjoy watching me play. But it's just hard to do that whenever, you know, if I look back at, you know, like for example, I'll show you this. Like for example, for the month of all right, so check this out. For the month of August, wait, is it August? What was last month? Yeah, August. For the month of August, usually drink, usually dance, usually double. For the month of August, I made $115 in revenue from my Twitch subscriptions. And then I had Lukaku drop that insane $100 donation. But if we don't include that donation, right, and we only include my sub revenue and my small amounts of ad revenue that I get, which is like less than $20 a month, I made $135 for 184 hours of streaming. All right, so what's 184 divided by 135? I made like $1.40 an hour, basically, if we were to average out the month. And like in the big picture of it, it's like, oh wow, you made $1.40 playing a video game, right? Cool, I get that, but it's just, I don't know. And I've been pretty consistently trying to get back into it too. My viewer count's going up a little bit, not much, but, and that's another thing. My average viewership, like I went from averaging like 40 to 70 viewers to now I'm lucky if I get 30. And I've been live for 20 minutes and I've had, I think, 6 viewers was my peak. Granted, I haven't played a game yet. I've been kind of just sitting here bullshitting. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've just not been in a good mood lately playing League because I have no control over my progression of my accounts that I care about. And then when I don't play those accounts and I lose and I don't get anything financially wise to compensate, it just makes me feel like a failure. And it makes me just hate this game and just have a bad mindset overall. It's not like things are going bad for me. They're just, in terms of League, they're just not doing it. It's not doing anything to a degree. Like, I'm literally just sitting here staring at the login screen wondering, do I play on a Master's account and, you know, literally fucking flip a coin for winning or losing based on my teammates' performance / capability, or do I play on a Smurf account and then make any progression I make be meaningless as well? Like, and again, that's why I want a duo. That's why I want to play with viewers / subscribers / donators, because at least I am giving something of value, you know, at the end of the day for other people's money or donations to me. You know, does that make sense? Like, and I've always said before, like, if I had a way to like guarantee like a contract with a streaming platform, like say I had to do like 30 hours a week and I made $3 grand a month to do it, right? Like a contract, like a kick contract or whatever, right? I wouldn't give a flying fuck. I would literally go live 8 hours a day and I would just simply play the game and not think twice about it, because at least I knew at the end of my, you know, time invested, I get something meaningful, aka money, back for it, right? Or the same concept where it's like, oh, let's say I have like 800 subs and I average a couple hundred viewers, so I can just play the game, you know, without even thinking twice about climbing ranked or, you know, wondering how much time I'm investing for what I could be doing outside of streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a sad reality for a lot of streamers that have to like deal, like, you know, find the fine line between investing too much into streaming and still try to make a living outside of it. Because what was crazy was, shit, like 2 years ago or so. It was about 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, I'd say. And for sure, 2-3 years ago, I was doing subathons like every other. I was doing at least like one subathon a month, and it was going on. It would go on for like 5 days at a time, and I made it, and I was making like a couple $100 for every subathon, and then I was also gaining viewership. I was, enjoying the time that I was investing because I was getting paid for it, type deal. So it was just enjoyable, right? And ever since I've been working full time as a contractor for the past like 2.5-3 years, I've been pretty much like Monday through Friday, 4 days a week, 30+ hours a week minimum, if not, God forbid, 50 on some weeks. And then I would stream on the side, and then I'd be like, all right, whatever, I lost 3 games in a row today, big fucking whoop. And I end the streaming, go about the rest of my my life. Right? So like the subathons were just so good to me because of the fact that I got value out of the amount of time I played League. Yeah, I remember I played like I played like 80 games of League in 5 days or some dumb shit like that. It was disgusting. I went from it was like, I think it was like Silver 3 to Masters in 3 days or something dumb like that. With like an 80% win rate. It was actually insane. And that's not even my best record by far. It was just still a good record. Man, I tell you though, getting win traded or like not win traded, but getting like, because people don't win trade in low elo, like getting griefed on like a gold or silver Smurf is hands down one of the worst feelings in League that you can experience. Especially when you know that if they just acted normal, it would be a winnable game. I can't tell you how many games in low elo I'd play on like a gold account where my 80 carry would die 3 times within the first 5 minutes of the game and then just start fucking running it because of this support ruining the lane. And again, yeah, maybe they may have been a bad support, but then he basically died 3 times within 5 minutes and gives up, type shit. Or God forbid, runs it down other lanes and like makes sure it's doomed. Like I had that happen the other day or last week where I think it was in a Moo jungle. Or no, it was a Moo support. It was a Moo support that died level 1 because they didn't do the play right, and then he came back to lane and he died again, level 2, and then he proceeded to flame us all in chat and ran it down all of our lanes. What up, Josie? How are you, my friend? I mean, we're just chilling. I'm trying to debate on whether I want to play on... I'm trying to figure out which account I want to play on for the day that isn't a Masters account that I care about, so I can at least like just turn my brain off and just play the game without like caring about climbing. We've been sitting here for like 15 minutes trying to decide on what account I want to play on, which I think I might. So what do you guys think? Should I play on a plat Smurf or a silver account? Let me see. One thing that's kind of annoying is they made that change to League accounts where you have to play 5 normal games in order to be able to do ranked. So like half of my Smurf accounts are like in that purgatory where I have to play 5 games in order to even be able to do ranked on them, which is a fucking problem because I don't want to do normal games. Hmm. Learn English is very hard. Don't stress it, man. Like I said, I'm just ranting. It's something important I'm talking about. The gameplay is what matters. But I just don't know what I want to do. I really don't. I literally have like if someone gave me $50 and said, "Hey, play this account, play on a gold Smurf for the next 8 hours," I'd be like, "All right, I bet I could do that. Sure, why not?" But for me to want to play on a low elo account for the sake of just playing on it just doesn't sit right with me. When do you decide to build tier or not? So if I'm in a game where I'm building Muramana, I rush Eclipse first item, and if I can buy a tier by the 10-minute mark, I get it. I get it. And then I either prioritize Muramana as my second or third item based on the matchup. It's hard to say. Like the honest, like the straight answer is, you want to always have a tier in your build by at least 10 minutes or sooner, ideally. But realistically, what I do is I buy it after I complete my first item for the power spike bonus, and then sit on the tier until a third or fourth item Muramana. It's really a tough, decision to make. But ideally, you want to get tier after you have at least a pickaxe and a couple long swords early, or after you finish your Eclipse by having it done very, early on by like before 10 minutes. Like I've had games where I'd have an Eclipse finished by like the 8-minute mark, so I buy a tier, right? Because then I can still guarantee that tier being stacked by like the 20-minute mark. That makes sense? Yeah, no, you never build tier first. I mean, like, I've seen people, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't, or it's not a good thing to do, or, you shouldn't at all. But I play a build style that ideally doesn't need Muramana till at least a third or fourth item, which allows me to delay my tier purchase in lane. Alright? Like, I see a lot of these other Jayce players, or at least, new Jayce players, where they'll buy a tier on, like, their first or second back, right? And, yeah, they'll have mana value, but then you don't even get that tier stacked until, like, the 15-minute mark anyways, and even then, you still gotta build a first item. So so here, put it this way. On one side, buying a tier on your first or second back will allow you to stack it faster for Muramana second completed, for sure, right? But if you were in a game where you go like Eclipse into Opportunity, right? You won't even need that tier value until your third item, which is why you can buy it later on in the game, right, to a degree. Because all Mana Moon gives you as an item is raw AD value until it's transformed into Muramana, when it gives you that extra bonus damage on your abilities and auto attacks. But in order for it to be that, it has to be, stacked, right? And getting it stacked as a tier is hard, but getting it stacked as a Mana Moon is more efficient because it stacks off your auto attacks versus just your ability cast when it's tier. I don't know, like, like I said, it really depends on if you want to go Muramana second item or not as well. But if you're going Muramana second, then you buy a tier on your second back at the latest, right? By like the 6-minute mark. If you're going raw AD or like raw damage, you buy Eclipse first, then you buy tier, and then by the time you finish your opportunity second, you'll have at least 250 stacks in tier, and then you can upgrade to Muramana to Mana Moon third, and then by the time you play a little bit more of the game, you'll have it stacked. I don't know. It's really just a matter of like personal preference to a degree. I don't know, to a degree. It's hard to say. What up, Etri? It's a tree. Um, let's do a crit build on a Smurf account. What could go wrong? Let's see. I gotta find an account that has the ability to play on it. Yeah, I was just having a TED talk with Nuggles, who's a new viewer in here, about my like dilemma with League lately, about how as the older I get and the more or the longer I've been streaming for, the put it this way, like 3 years ago, before I started working this job full time and making good money, I was investing into streaming as much as I possibly could for the hope of ever having a lucky break or, growing my viewership enough to where I could sustain to a degree financially off of it. I think the most I would ever make in a month on average was like $700 to $1,000 on good months. Otherwise, it was like $300 to $500 back when I was doing, ridiculous hours. But obviously, you can't support a household. You can't even survive, let alone off $500 a month, right? I mean, you can. You'd be homeless. It wouldn't be a good life. But basically, but what makes you decide to not build Muramana if you can't get tier before 10 minutes? Or is it so basically, yeah, it's basically that. Like, if I don't get my first item before 10 minutes, then realistically, there's a good chance I'm not building tier that game. But if I'm doing really well and I'm ahead of the curve and I get like my eclipse by like the 7 or 8 minute mark, then I would buy a tier as soon as possible to still get the value from it as a third item completed, right? But if I'm like behind in the game and it's like 12 minutes in and I just finished my first item and I haven't bought a tier yet, I'm probably not going to buy one, because by the time I even buy that tier and get it stacked, it's like 25-30 minutes into the game, and a lot of times they're either over or the value of buying that tier kind of hindered you getting back into the game when you're already behind to begin with. So, but there are games where you can go tierless and get good value out of just rushing full lethality, aka going Eclipse into Opportunity into Last Whisper item, and then your fourth item would either be like Edge of Night or a Stare Axe or Spear of Shojin. But the general census is if you're doing well and you're performing well and you have your first item before 10 minutes, then you buy a tier. If you don't have your first item before 10 minutes, then you probably shouldn't buy a tier, because it's going to be too late for you to get value out of it. Yeah, it's a luck game with streaming, and there's such saturation with league content, it's hella hard. I know. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Let's see if this Smurf account can play. I want to say this account is able to play ranked. Yeah. Do I even have? Yeah, it's a platinum 3. I mean, platinum's basically gold. Yeah. I remember that account. Yeah, this is my like I don't give a fuck what I build account. Hmm. Do you guys want me to play on a plat account or a gold account? Actually, it's the same fucking thing, really. Like, it's really the same fucking thing. Oh. We'll just play this account. Fuck it. I'm already on this one. Might as well. Yeah, but your rank, your solo queue rank, and your normals MMR are two separate MMRs. So you can be like an Iron 3 player, but have like gold or plat MMR and normals. If you're on an Iron account playing against Emerald players, there's something seriously wrong. Like, you show me an OP.GG where you're playing solo queue as an Iron player against Emerald players, and I'll believe you. Yeah, Emerald Elo is a cesspool of just mental health issues and people that are only good enough to get to Emerald, or like are good enough to get the gold and plat, but they play enough games to where the system puts them in Emerald, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Like, Emerald and Master Elo are the worst Elos in the game, hands down. And I think that's one of my other problems with this game. Like, my other problem with this game is I've been playing in Masters like 100 to 400 LP for the past couple years, to the point where it's honestly probably giving me a tumor because of just how absolutely fucking just pathetic the people that I have to put up with is. Kind of want to still do Conqueror. Decisions. I remember I did an account from unranked to Masters in one sitting. That was... I did it in... It was like 41 hours. I went from like gold to Masters in less than 2 days straight. That was a fucking experience. Like, that was a fucking experience, to say the least. Oh no, I can't decline because it's gonna give me a warning saying, "Oh, you can't decline clues anymore." God damn it. Forgot you can't decline cues anymore. If you decline 2 cues within 12 hours, you get a timeout. And then if you decline 3 cues within 12 hours, it's like 6 hours? Oh yeah, they swapped the ranked solo queue and flex buttons around. I don't know why. Do I ever use Phase Rush? No. The only time it would even be like considered is if I'm on like a Halo account and I'm playing against like Darius, Trendmere, Nasus, Trundle, maybe Quinn to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like champs where movement speed is more of the most valuable, you know, stat to use. Yeah, you're playing with Emerald 2, Bronze 2, Emerald 4, Bronze 4. What up, Sadat? Yes, this is live. I am multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
I'm a little rat.
Oh, thanks for that.
What are they doing? Brother, what? Oh?
Oh my god, I missed it. Wanna hit both? Yeah! Let's go! Blind!
I'm losing to myself every day. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I literally lose to myself. What?
That is looking... I mean... like, technically they did lose ult on, like, a pretty important person. Okay, we are getting AoE too.
But we're about to do a build this game where I go Eclipse, Collector, LDR, and I call it the crit build basically. And I'm just thinking, what would be my 4th item? I don't know if I don't know if I want to build more crit than 50%. I was thinking like Spear of Shojin maybe, or Crash Bandicoot Garen skin. That's good. Oh, I didn't ban. Damn it. Oh well. It's not like it really matters unless they pick Syndra.
What?
Talon presses R, auto Q, and just insta killed the Smolar there for about 3,000 damage.
What?
Oh, so when he hopped the wall and pressed W then R into an auto Q, that's what guaranteed the passive proc on the ult popping. That's crazy.
This motherfucker is dead.
Oh, that was clean.
Mother. Get the hell out of here.
Parasol miss? I think it's still mine. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's massive. Penta? Yo, yo, yo! Yo!
Damn, we could have gotten that if he was there a little bit sooner. Yeah, I'm playing on a Smurf, so I don't. It's hard to say. Yeah, their comp will be better with the Conqueror, but I'm doing a electrocute crit build for fun. All right.
Pave the way.
The hours All right. Took us like a half hour to get into a game. I apologize. I'm just kind of like not really in the League of
Never
Legends
a
playing
wrong
mood,
step.
so I'm not sure why I even went live in the first place, but yet here we are.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm having lag happen though for some reason. I don't know why. Might be a memory leak or something.
Eyes on the horizon.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, I see it on my Firefox. It's kind of annoying.
I'm always ready.
Trying to fix it. Hopefully that makes it better. Alright, we gotta dodge his Qs.
Powering up.
I wanted to auto attack him, but we're fine. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly lag. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I think the stream's fine, but
Never
my
look
playback
back.
is like having really long lag spikes. We're gonna hold away for now.
Fear.
I could have been a lot more aggressive. I'm just trying to see why my lag's happening right now.
Time to make a stand.
Yeah, it is happening. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
First blood.
Lag.
I'm gonna enjoy this. will light our path.
Not expecting to be that much damage. Yeah, I don't know what it could be.
Our future will be bright.
Yeah, I've literally missed like 5 CS now for free. See, that could have been a kill right there if I was paying more attention.
Pave the way.
An enemy has
Yeah,
been
like this
slain.
lag is fucking awful. Why is it happening right now? That goes top side so we can invade.
An ally has been slain.
Fully charged.
I don't know why it keeps happening though, I really don't.
Eyes on the horizon.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm always ready.
I need more mana!
An enemy has been slain.
Powering up. Never look back. Bring down the hammer.
Slain.
I just got shit on by a Nefiri pressing R. I hammer Q auto him. He QRs me and does 786 damage with a QR. Sure. I mean, yeah, sure.
Without fear. Transformation complete.
Hey, you wanna
Time to
get
make
off
a
the fucking...
stand.
Thank you.
Killing spree.
Nah, but like... No, I get that, but I just didn't expect 740 damage from a 2-button combo. But hey, I guess it's allowed.
I will light our path.
We're gonna blame it on lag, if anything. I'm lagging. Like, I'm having input lag on my abilities. Like, everything's like a half a second delayed, it feels. Like, I've missed CS, I've missed combos, I've died for it. Like, this... League is fun! That's cool. Got the plate, though. Got the plate. I think I have a memory leak, though. There's something causing my fucking FPS to just be dog shit. Or, like, it's like almost like input lag, if anything.
Pave the way.
I went 2 in a plat game. Isn't that cool?
Ally
Like, actually crazy to me.
Never a wrong step. On the horizon.
Slain.
I'm going next. Nope, we're going next account. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna restart my computer. I am gonna restart my computer, guys. I will be back in like less than 3 minutes.